I've been on my spaceship counting stars since '94, waiting for someone to come and knock on my door. Looking for someone who'd be the Venus to my Mars. Why does love always have to be this hard? Got me feeling like for someone who can. You turn me on and I'm I've been on my spaceship counting stars since '94, waiting for someone to come and knock on my door. Looking for someone who'd be the Venus to my Mars. Why does love always have to be this hard? Got me feeling like for someone who can really turn me on. Then I met you. Now I'm down to earth, that's salt and clear next to you. All my problems disappear, waiting for you. In light years, I met you. I met you. I've been in my spaceship counting sheep to fall asleep, dreaming about the day that someone would rescue me. Looking for someone who'd be the moon to my stars. Why does love always have to be this hard? It's got me feeling like looking for someone who can really turn me on. Then I met you. Now I'm down to earth, that's salt and clear next to you. All my problems disappear, waiting for you. In light years, I met you. I met you. Been looking for someone who can really turn me on. Then I met you. Now I'm down to earth, that's salt and clear next to you. All my problems disappear, waiting for you. In light years, I met you. I met you. I've been on my spaceship counting stars since '94, waiting for someone to come and knock on my door. Looking for someone who'd be the Venus to my Mars. Why does love always have to be this hard? Got me feeling like for someone who can really turn me on. Then I met you. Now I'm down to earth, that's salt and clear next to you. All my problems disappear, waiting for you. In light years, I met you. I met you. since '94, waiting for someone to come and knock on my door. Looking for someone who'd be the Venus to my Mars. Why does love always have to be this hard? Got me feeling like for someone who can really turn me on. Then I met you. Now I'm down to earth, that's salt and clear next to you. All my problems disappear, waiting for you. In light years, I met you. I met you. I've been in my spaceship counting sheep to fall asleep, dreaming about the day that someone would rescue me. Looking for someone who'd be the moon to my stars. Why does love always have to be this hard? It's got me feeling like looking for someone who can really turn me on. Then I met you. Now I'm down to earth, that's salt and clear next to you. All my problems disappear, waiting for you. In light years, I met you. I met you. Been looking for someone who can really turn me on. Then I met you. Now I'm down to earth, that's salt and clear next to you. All my problems disappear, waiting for you. In light years, I met you. I met you. I've been on my spaceship counting stars since '94, waiting for someone to come and knock on my door. Looking for someone who'd be the Venus to my Mars. Why does love always have to be this hard? Got me feeling like for someone who can really turn me on. Then I met you. Now I'm down to earth, that's salt and clear next to you. All my problems disappear, waiting for you.
Hello everyone, and welcome to Nerds with Dice. We are finally back with Beyond the Void. Real quick, one go over. Usually, and hopefully we'll be returning to normal soon. Our week starts on Tuesday nights with Riffs Beyond the Fate, or Ballad of Fate. Jeez. It's been a long day, Riff's Ballad of Fates at 8 p.m. EST, and then Wednesdays is Kingdom Hearts Dreams of Nobody at 1 p.m. EST with the Bardic Knock and crew. Of course, Thursdays is usually Beyond the Void at 8 p.m. EST, and Fridays is Millennium Nights Turbo Jungle at 8 p.m. EST. And we do have an exciting new thing for the fans of this game. If you haven't heard yet, we do have merch, and you can get a KVN 12 shirt over there.
Forgot about this. Forgot about this. Dang it.
So, hope you'll enjoy that, and hopefully I will be able to get some more stuff up on there soon. But you can get some stuff with the basic Nerds with Dice logo. You can get the Nerds with Dice logo with the font that says Nerds with Dice. There's also a Montgomery's Fudge Shop shirt for fans of Ballad of Fates. No, I think that's all that's up there right now. So, but yeah, so last time we got to play, it was the issue entitled "The Great McClucky's Conspiracy Theory," or Conspiracy. I think it was just Conspiracy, but our heroes found themselves on a planet devastated by some sort of mysterious virus, possibly, or something. But it seemed McClucky's Chicken was behind it. There was McClucky's Chicken. Garbage and trash everywhere. And they met a bird person named Greta, who is very shy and prefers to stay to their studies. And of course, Cora took a liking to them very quickly. And I believe we left off with a couple of things. One, they got very drunk. Bennett went off to try to fix the ship's AI. And we ended with a view of a ship, a little panel view of a ship, a bright yellow ship, and in the front seat driving that ship was a small robot. And that robot, it's a small, stout little robot, and it's got big hands, and they're on the ship's steering mechanism. And that little robot's name is Bolts. And we see now in the first panel of this issue, written on the side of this bright yellow shirt, is the shining Stromstar. And inside, we see just beyond the cockpit is entering the cockpit, I should say, is Kelly Maxwell. What does Kelly look like?
Kelly Maxwell looks very kind of like stout. Very kind of like broad shoulders. Has like black hair with very tawny complexion. It gives a bit of warmth in a dark room that can just turn to a flame to bring a light into this dark days. They may not be in their prime, but always there to swing a blade and think never. The glare to match their shiny topaz, shining eyes in the light, and turn their prosthetic hand into many a functioning of things to get the job done. Always ready to say, "Hail to the Thundra."
All right, and there's a little editor's note on the panel that shows Kelly, and it says, if you want to learn more about Kelly Maxwell, check out The Shining Stromstar and the Galaxies of Forever, issues 1 through 50. And then, so as Kelly walks into the cockpit, Bolts turns their head and says, I have a lock on the armor signal. We'll catch them soon. And then we cut over to the Astroglide. And before we do anything, I need somebody to roll 2d6. As we crossed vast distances.
It's up to you. You're there first.
The good news is you're no longer in Legion space. You are in Independent space, but that is a 5.
Yep.
So, okay. As you travel through independent space, you see more and more of the Void Legion's influence in the independent space. You see wrecked ships, destroyed spaceship stations, and you come across a planet that has like satellites and stuff that were set up sort of as a defense grid of some sort, and most of them are destroyed, but you don't see the Void Legion currently. But this, from what you can tell, their defense grid might have held, but it looks pretty busted up, and they might be in need of assistance. And this planet is called Baron X12, and I guess we're coming to a new planet. Do you think this is a good time to activate Cora's move?
Sure. Why not? So are we activating, I'm assuming,
the one in every port?
the one in every port? What is it? Yeah. Okay. Who did I leave here? I forgot to pull up my name generator. One moment. So I left here Corey, just Corey.
Okay.
But it was spelled like the quarry, like rocks, Quarry.
Okay.
And they were a person that were some kind of elemental.
Okay.
Yeah. And ended really badly with us throwing things at each other and me storming out.
Okay. Why did it end badly? Do you remember?
Pretty sure that they really wanted stability because that's kind of their jam, and that's not Cora.
Okay.
Yeah, no.
Baron X12 is an interesting planet. It's mostly small towns and stuff, but there are 6 major cities on the entire planet, and the rest is just small towns and villages and such. And the reason for this is because it's mostly a swamp. So there's not a lot of inhabitable land because it's really hard to build on swamps, and they have to not completely destroy the planet by draining the swamps. They have to build around them. It makes it hard to put up big major cities. So there's only 6 on the entire planet.
What's the interesting thing that's changed here since I was last here?
I think the interesting thing that's changed here as you wait is there used to not be, because there's so small of a major central population, there used to not be as much corporate influence, especially like interspace corporate influence. But now you're starting to see more of that. There's advertisements for Taco Hut and Paul Hedron's Pizza and lots of the major fast food chains and chain stores and stuff like that. And so are you all? Is Cora and Tyranny? Are you both in the cockpit of the ship, or are you just around?
How long have we been in space? Traveling?
It's probably, we'll say it's been a week.
Okay.
I imagine Tyranny's probably in the cockpit. I think after a little bit of time, Tyranny starts getting antsy to get back down to some kind of terra firma.
Okay.
I think Cora is standing outside the holding cell staring at the captive. This exact moment.
Okay. At the android wearing Thundra's
Yeah.
armor. And if I remember right, you took the helmet off.
Yeah.
Is the helmet still in the
No.
holding cell? Okay. And you're just staring at this android? Are you trying to talk to it? Or are you doing anything else?
I think that she's tried to talk to it several times, so I don't know how successful she's been.
Probably not very. You're probably starting to notice that it was meant to follow instructions, and any bits of Thundra's personality were very limited and repetitive. So the longer you're with the android, the easier it's to tell that it's not a real person.
I think by this time, they're just to the point where they're like, forget it. And they go in to disable the android just for a while and get the armor.
Okay, yeah, you can do that. You have the upper hand here, and you can always call for help if you need it. So you get the armor off. Do you take the armor anywhere special, or?
I think just setting it up in I'm sure we have some kind of storage for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then back on in the cockpit of the ship, KVN 12 enters, and this planet seems to have sustained damage. Are we here to help?
Maybe we should. Can you determine what the damage is from, KVN?
It seems to be large blaster weapons of some sort. Perhaps Void Legion weapons.
Are we picking up any communications from them?
Just as you say that, incoming call pops up in the bridge area, and Captain Uldon answers the call, and a youngish elemental communications officer comes up onto the screen. Ship, identify yourself. You have entered Baron X12 planetary space. Identify yourself, or we will be forced to shoot you out of the sky. Out of space. And of course, Uldron will speak up, saying, "This is the Astroglide of Haven, here to lend assistance." And so they go back and
right behind Uldon, like waving really excitedly.
And they they go back and forth for a while, and an agreement is reached that you can lower, or that they'll lower their shields down and allow you to land on the planet. And just as they're doing so, that's when the shining Stromstar comes out of FTL behind your ship. And so Kelly, you can see the Astroglide. I feel like we've probably talked about this, but does anybody remember what the Astroglide looked like?
I don't know that we ever did go over that. We just agreed it was a party ship.
Then
I'm not gonna lie, I just think of it as a really large version of the pleasure craft from Thor Ragnarok. I don't know why, I just do.
I'm on board with that.
okay, that makes sense.
But really large, because we have a lot of stuff on it.
Okay. So yeah, Kelly, you see this. What color is it?
Purple.
You see this purple pleasure craft ship with Astroglide painted on the side. And I'm going to type it in the Twitch chat so everybody can...
Appreciate the spelling.
So that's what you see painted on the side of the ship.
In rainbow, mind you.
In rainbow. Okay, yeah,
That's
that
painted
makes
in rainbow.
sense. That
On
makes sense. I
purple.
love it. And you can see them firing up their engines to land on the planet. What do you plan on doing?
I would imagine that the actual letters of it that are in rainbow, they're almost probably the size of like a ship, just because of how big it sounds like you guys are describing it. That like a small little ship could be landing right on one of the letters without anyone to visually tell the difference if it just matched up with the right color. For example, the T, for example, or the I in glide, like a yellow ship could probably park on there, flip on, without anyone being the wiser for a good bit.
Okay. Yeah. Let me see here. There's give me roll 2d6 plus grace for me. Okay, so on a 10, you'll get it. You land your ship without setting any notices or anything on the side of the ship, and Bolt hits a couple. This is a pirate ship, so you have like magnets that allow you to attach to the ship and stay there, and you will land on Baronex 12. And when the Astroglide lands, we will get... I'm spacing. What was your friend's name again? Quarry. Thank you. Quarry is the customs officer that comes on to the ship.
Cora's just kind of, when they see that, they just kind of stand behind the captain.
Tyranny pops out from the other side, waving again, still.
Just standing behind the captain. Our captain is very large.
Yes, yes.
Cora is not as large.
Yeah, and they have a couple of security officers with them, and they come on up. And Uldron had some of the men bring out a couple of crates of like various repair materials. And so we get a panel of like them talking about declaring this stuff as a donation from Haven to help with repairing the defense grid and offering the use of the ship to get people up to these satellites to help. And then after that conversation, Quarry goes, and is there any way that we've sort of been under a boycott for the last, or not a boycott, I'll think of the word in a second. A barricade for a couple of weeks. So we're some of our smaller towns are short on food and supplies. Is there any way Haven can help us? And Uldron scratches her head and kind of looks around at everybody like doesn't want to admit that they're the only help that's coming because they can't actually contact Haven. But if nobody steps up to help her, she'll just go. Our ship's communications was damaged, and unfortunately, we haven't been able to contact Haven ourselves in a few days, and we are sort of journeying back there while our ship is being repaired. But we're here to offer what little we do have. If you have supplies that we can help spread to other parts of the planet, I'm sure we'll be happy to help deliver them, but we don't have any to offer ourselves. And Quarter will accept that response, of course, and we'll just say, well, thank you for your assistance, and welcome to the planet Baronex 12. We do hope you enjoy your stay. And Cora will turn and start walking away, and then she'll stop as if she remembers something, and then turns back to the captain and says, Captain, remind me, do you still have someone under your employ by the name of Cora?
This is like Cora is behind the captain and poking her in the back so hard. It's like,
I don't. You know what? Here, let me see. There might be a move for this.
I don't know. There probably is, but I think it's funny.
It is funny.
Probably it. No. It's not a heartstring move.
No.
I mean, it could be a defy. Could be a defy, maybe.
You know what? Yeah, actually, go ahead and roll Defy Disaster. I'll allow that.
Using what?
That's your choice. So how are you doing this? So you on Defy Disaster, you get to choose.
I'm poking My captain in the back, pointedly.
I'll hope it. I guess maybe wit, because you're hoping that she understands.
Gets what I'm laying down.
Yeah.
Yes. It's an 11. Yes.
Okay. So yeah. So Uldron will kind of pick up what you're trying to do. What you're trying to say. She's not smooth about it, but she doesn't directly give you up and say, or move aside or something. And do you have a string?
Do I have a string with the captain?
Yeah.
No, not
Yeah.
yet.
Okay. So then take a string on Uldron. And just goes, no, not currently. No, we don't. I think she stayed on one of the planets a while back. Right, Tierney? She did, right?
Tierney just starts blinking really slowly.
Behind, if you could see Cora behind Ultron, it's like.
and Cora goes, oh, well, that's too bad. Thank you, and we'll exit the ship. And then we'll cut over to the shining Stormstar. Kelly, what are you doing?
I imagine just because there was a 10 already, like, the ship is prepared, they're prepared to get on quietly. Like, there is very much, like, getting it ready to enter. There's probably an already set up for a little, well, automatic, like, cutting through, like, the metal to that's out in the shape of a heart. Because I imagine it's particularly on the eye that got dotted with a heart instead of an O. So it's just cutting a line in there, so there's a heart cut out.
Okay.
Now, while Bolt is probably just telling, like, all of what the possibilities, all the evidence that it could be the captain in there.
So you're preparing to board. Are you planning on bringing any? You have a few crew members on this ship. Are you planning on bringing any of them on board with you, or do you plan on going yourself?
I would think there is only one that would come with, because again, it's not confirmed if the captain is there or not. So it's just the two scouts, essentially. Those that could probably get in and deal with it, but they can probably get in easily. The problem is mostly getting out. And I imagine it is this very effeminate and very kind of like because again, I'm thinking more so like Princess Daisy, as in like they have a very feminine attire to them, even though like it seems to be very fitting for the situation, and that often goes by the name of Moko. Moku.
I'm sorry. How did you say it?
Moku. Moku.
Okay.
Yeah, like very much like looking like Princess Daisy, and like they have the perfect attire for any situation, and all seem to have this way of making a pirate's outfit work in any environment, of like a very kind of like crochet look to the outfit, but is very fitting for going undercover, and why Moku would always accompany Kelly, because they're much better at being quiet than Kelly, but Kelly is much better at dealing with any problems to get them out.
Okay. So roll me 2d6 plus your grace again. Okay. So with an 8, as you slip stealthily onto the ship, you get onto the ship without any trouble, but you have a problem. So you can either mark a condition or you get lost on the ship.
Lost on the ship sounds much funnier.
Okay. Yeah, so it's a big ship, and as you get onto the ship, you get turned around. It's a big ship, and the things they use it for, it's not necessarily meant for. So lots of it has been retrofitted. So the places you would expect to find things like holding cells and stuff, they're not there. It turns out that's a closet, and that's the third game room you've come across. And
the fifth one is just shoes, apparently.
Yes, yeah, exactly. Stuff like that. And you come around a corner, and it's another long hallway that it more or less looks the same as all the others. It's got a number painted on the, that states which part of the ship it is. And there's, the same lights on it, and there's several doors. But this hallway's not empty. There is a bird lady, with her nose buried in this big old book. And as she reads, you can see her feathers are slightly changing color, but she doesn't notice you. She's too engrossed in the book.
Excuse me, wise and beautiful one. By chance, would you know the direction of the library and the ship?
She jumps and I'm sorry. I don't think I've met you yet. I'm Greta. Who are you?
Kelly bows gracefully before. I would be a Kelly, and this would be the brains, Moku. We are looking for the library on the ship. And I guess it makes sense. We got lost, so it makes perfect sense you haven't seen us before, because we've been lost looking for the library.
Oh, and they don't really have the kind of library I'm used to, but they do have a collection of graphic novels. If you go down 2 floors into section C4, and I think it's room J or something like that.
But aren't everything in this hallway labeled J on the doors as well?
Yes, the ship is very confusing. It's by section, and then each section usually is J something or another. There's
Very
one
jocular with these names, apparently.
Yes. I think they keep forgetting, so they tried to simplify the system.
Why not just add a number to everything and have it out there? That's why the Denny decimal
That
system
makes
works.
too much sense. Psh.
I don't know. I just got on the ship myself, so I haven't. I'm still learning myself.
Well, an intelligent bird like yourself, should would you by chance know which parts are not to avoid, so that way I don't go that way towards the library?
Um, there's usually somebody partying, on in sector 2, so I wouldn't go there, but otherwise you're fine. You should be good.
Thank you, you wise one. Bows graciously. I thank you for your wisdom before heading off towards the actual party area instead of the library.
Yeah, and she doesn't notice because she, again, like, as soon as you, like, say you're leaving, she goes back to her book and will wander to the like the loading bay area where everybody else is, and will walk up to Cora and just be like, I met the strangest one of your shipmates on the way here.
I thought you'd met everybody by now.
I didn't recognize them. They said their name was Kelly?
Tierney, we don't have a Kelly on ship, do we?
Nope.
That's what I thought. Where did you see them?
It was in section 7. I think it was by J12.
And where did they say they were going?
They said they were looking for the library, so I pointed them to Bennett's stash of graphic novels.
That's a good choice. Thank you for not pointing them to mine. And Corinne says, thank you. All right. We should probably go check on that.
Okay, so Kelly, what are your plans in this area where there's plenty of partygoers?
The idea is that there's a lot of people over there, so they'll probably be the best place to search for the captain. And if not, that's at least a good place to hide among the numbers, because it's much tougher to figure out, oh, who is this person? Where are they from? It's just a party person.
Right. There, at this time, there's only like 6 crew members in there. And there's well, it's just a serving robot. Like, it doesn't have any intelligence or anything. Not like KVN 12, who is a very useful robot.
Mostly.
Oh, this poor unfortunate pet robot.
And yeah, so this one is just a serving robot, so you just select on the a menu and it just comes over and it almost fills a drink almost like it's a soda fountain.
This will not do. This is very plain. There's no style to it. Boku, do you have the emergency mustache?
I think we left it on the ship.
Ah, dang it. I guess I'll have to use the emergency goatee instead. And it pulls out a goatee from their pockets and puts it on the robot, so at least it has some style.
You get a few blank glazed over stares, and then they all start laughing at the idea of this robot having a goatee, and then somebody shouts about ordering another round of beers, and the robot pours them out, including 2 beers for the both of you.
I just wanted to be known that I'm literally imagining this as a party bus, and I don't know why.
Are you imagining that there's just random like tinsel streamers down the
Yeah,
halls
it's just
and
like
stuff.
the interior of a party bus is our party space.
Yeah.
Just maybe a tiny bit wider. Just a tiny bit.
Yeah, you don't have to wait for the Vega bus. It's the Vega bus is with you.
Yeah, it's just there. And you've got the seats and everything, but it is a party bus. And there is a pole in the middle of it because there has to be.
Has to be. It's
And
just littered
karaoke.
with solo cups.
Yeah, and karaoke.
Is there a disco ball as well?
Yes! There are 2.
I would think there's one that's a disco robot ball that's just moving around slightly so the colors is always changing as the regular disco ball is going about.
Exactly. Exactly. I love that you're picking up what I'm laying down here.
Of course. I pick up your gig. Like, I figure your mojo. I dig your groove.
So, Toonie, did you go with Cora down to the library?
Yes.
So when you get down there and you open the door, it's just Bennett who panics and drops a bunch of graphic novels. Everyone goes, "Oh,
Bennett,
I was just taking a small break."
but no one cares, Bennett.
Oh, okay.
Have you seen some weird person named Kelly walking around?
No, we don't have somebody named Kelly on the ship.
Yeah, I know, but there's a Kelly on board because Greta met someone named Kelly.
Did you check the cameras?
No, because that would have been
Good
smart.
idea.
But you're smart, so we should do that.
Hold on. I think I got a tablet stashed away in here somewhere. And we'll start roaming through the piles of graphic novels and we'll pull up a tablet. Yeah.
May I roll, like, either Grace or something to kind of, like, see if, like, Mocha was smart enough to put on something filter so that way they wouldn't be recognized?
Yeah, roll the same roll as before. Roll the Grace roll again. Sort of your stealth roll.
That's a 10.
Okay. Yeah, so on a 10, you'll be mostly hidden from the cameras. So they'll probably have trouble telling where exactly you are, but you're going to be mostly hidden. You keep out of sight at the very least of the cameras. And so Bennett finds this older, sort of cracked tablet among all these graphic novels, and starts watching the footage, and will hold the tablet up so that everybody can see, and you can see where Greta clearly started talking to somebody, but you don't see who they are on the camera. And then when they part ways, you see just the flash of like a coat as they disappear around a corner, but they're obviously not heading to the library because they went the wrong direction. So Bennett starts running some programs through the computer to try to find these individuals, and that's all you find is these like the swish of a coat, a boot disappearing around a corner, stuff like that. But it seems to put them in the general possible area of your little party area, right? But you'd have to search the whole section. You have no idea what part of the section they're in, but you're pretty sure they're in the section.
I'm gonna go party.
Well, you could just stop and have just like one drink.
Oh, drinks? I'm in.
If we have to.
I think Bennett looks at you, Corin, and goes, well, wait, since when do you turn down drinks?
Oh, no. I'm saying only one if I have to.
Oh.
That was my response
okay.
to Tierney.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I get it. Let's go see what we find. So Kelly, the robot poured you some beers. Do you take them?
Yes, but what Kelly does to kind of like help them blend in is actually like help in serving the robot. So like essentially like everyone is getting maybe additional drink or two that would probably be for Kelly and Moku, and they're just getting an additional free drink and thinking, oh, how nice, without actually paying attention because the robot's having the drinks taken away, and
Okay,
they're
so
getting a free
like
drink.
every time you see like the robot passes you a new one, and every time somebody has an empty mug in front of them, you switch them without anybody noticing, kind of thing.
Yes.
Okay, that's easy enough. So as you're doing this, through one of the far doors, Tierney and Cora and Bennett walk into this bar area.
I have made it back to you, my people. Are we ready to party?
Who's the new robot?
Woo! Oh, that's the normal serving robot. I know you had last time you had KVN serve you up a bunch of drinks, but yeah, no, this is the normal serving robot.
But the normal serving robot doesn't have a beard on it.
Oh wait, what?
The
It has who put a beard on the?
I mean, I like it. It's a good look. It's a good look.
I was just confused.
Oh, that's fair. I didn't realize it had a beard on it. That's
I noticed something before you noticed it?
It happens. It happens.
Slacking on the job. Do you need to go back to sleep for a while, bud?
You too sleepy to drink?
No, I'm not too sleepy to drink. No, and I got a few more days before I gotta do that.
Seem like you're kind of dragging a bit, bud. Sure.
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine.
Okay.
And so somebody will offer all three of you like mugs of beer. And it's probably just some like generic beer that's easily found in, multiple systems. But it's not. Yeah, it's nothing special, but it does the job. And so like you walk in and you start talking about it, and mugs kind of just appear in your hand.
And it's like, yeah, let's get drunk. And Cora's like totally playing it up like she's not there to like investigate anything. It's just, we're here to party, baby.
And I think like after a few moments, with her face buried in a book, Greta walks in and looks up and goes, "Oh, damn it, I made a wrong turn again."
Come have a party with us, Greta. Yes.
It's here.
Oh, okay. Do you have something that tastes better than what's usually served in here?
Only for special occasions, but I bet we could pull it out.
Oh, that would be wonderful.
It's a special occasion. Greta's here.
Oh, that's right. But I don't know your name besides Bot. Sorry, man. Can we get the champagne tonight?
Configuring my systems. Champagne is ready to serve.
Fantastic.
And we'll start. The robot will start serving up some champagne flutes. Does Kelly? You're watching them start to party, Kelly. What do you do?
I would imagine that actually, like, as they're partying, like, Kelly is, like, taking their empty glass and giving them a new one. So it's, like, out of view for anyone. Essentially, it's like they're just getting their drinks taken care of. With the exception of Brenda, where, like, they just kind of whispered, I got something better for you. And pulling out a thermos, pours in there kind of like some tea, so that way it looks of the same color of champagne, but Greta actually gets to enjoy what they're drinking before closing up the thermos and putting away, just going before they're walking away back into the crowd of people.
How do we not notice this? This is my question.
I would think you roll to see if you see
Yeah.
it. You are drinking.
I think.
Not as much as you think. I'm pretending to drink.
Yes.
A lot
Roll.
of this is on the floor.
There's not really a perception. So just roll. I guess. Yeah. Roll.
Or does Kelly roll a defy disaster? Is the question.
I'm good with that too.
Actually, yes, that's a good idea. So if you don't want them to notice, roll defy disaster.
Which is daring, I believe, correct?
You get, when defying disaster, you get to, depending on your approach, you get to choose daring, grace, heart, wit, or spirit. And if you go to the basic moves reference sheet, it kind of tells you what you're doing this. And I think this is going to be heart because it's sort of a charm and social role.
Okay. Okay. That's 7.
Okay, on a 7.
Would you be okay with, like, this works, but unnoticed?
I think that's going to be the part of the hard choice. So, I think that's what it's going to be. The success, success with the sacrifice, right? So, the choice is if you want this to happen, Cora and Tyranny definitely notice.
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, you both you notice a stranger pouring something into Greta's glass. You have no way of knowing what it is, but it looks of a similar color to the champagne.
Just a strange random person pouring something into Greta's glass?
Yes, but you're on your ship. There shouldn't be any strangers on your ship.
Yeah, no, Greta, you can't drink that. And literally Coral will reach out and be like, don't, you don't know what that is. And try to grab it from Greta.
Tierney takes it and drinks it.
It's just tea.
Yeah, it just tastes like tea.
We don't know this. You could have died.
No, she wouldn't. Apologies, they.
I probably didn't.
And Tierney could probably tell the exact type of leaf and grade and all that stuff just because you're a nature witch. You could really
Greta,
just.
you can't be drinking this. It's yerba mate. You're not gonna fall asleep. You'll be up all night.
Oh, that would be bad. I do not like too much caffeine. You're right. Cora, I shouldn't have drank that.
Greta, love, you can't just let anybody willy-nilly give you things you don't know.
They prefer tea over the alcohol. Would I be a, a bad at my job if I didn't give them what is wanted?
The question is, what is your job?
To assist in thanks of all the good deeds that you have done. And
I have so many questions.
So,
Go.
with a big bow.
Cora, I guess Cora or Tyranny, either one of you can roll this, but one of you can roll to figure a person out.
Rolled anything
To roll
today?
for that.
It's plus wit.
I'm okay at that.
What do you have?
A +1.
Okay, I have +0, so maybe you should roll.
Let's see.
I'll just be pretty today. That's fine.
You are always pretty. Got a 7. Oh, so I can ask 2 questions, but they can ask one of me.
Yes. And there is a list there, so it's what are your feelings towards blank? What do you hope to get from blank? How do I get you to blank? What do you love most? And what do you feel if I blank?
What do you hope to get from this pretense?
To Greta to be happy in this situation since they don't want to drink alcohol.
That's not the question I'm asking. I'm asking what you hope to get from the pretense of pretending that you're supposed to be on the ship that you're not supposed to be on. And Cora will pointedly look at you.
Okay, I may be misunderstanding the question. Are you asking what is their guise for?
Yeah, sort of like what are you hoping to gain from pretending to be a part of the ship?
To find someone, and I am looking for.
How could I get you to be honest with me?
Am I not being honest with you now?
So, you are, but you're definitely hiding something from Cora. So, I think how would Cora get you to tell her the truth and what's going on?
Yeah.
Again, I feel like for my question is by chance have you seen anyone by the name of Thundra?
Well, we thought we did, but we were wrong. Unless Thundra is an android.
Thundra is not an android.
I think Cora would literally say that, though. Unless Thundra
yeah, I'm just making sure that Kelly knows that Thundra is not an android.
Have you not helped someone else out so that you can find someone that is important to you?
Yes. I have. But usually I'm more open about that and don't pretend to be something I'm not.
I have not lied. I have, again, helping out. Now, in lieu of your good works you've done, you are, dude, you're such help.
What do you think, Tierney?
Hey, can I get some more of that tea?
Kelly pulls out the thermos and pours it a little bit in there.
Thank you. Um. So what? Huh? Here. Hmm. We don't have Thundra. We thought we did, but we don't.
Whereabouts did you think you saw Thunder?
Oh, we have Thunder's armor.
Yeah. Do you want some armor? We can
Oh,
give
that
armor.
sounds most
Want some armor?
appreciated. I'd be more than welcome to take that off your hands.
I don't have it on hand right now. It's somewhere.
Does Thundra work for the Void Empress?
No.
Cora's asking Kelly this.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, no, you're fine.
Um, no, but if it helps ease your mind, it's more of like we prefer to screw them over at any chance we get.
Great, because last time we saw Thundra, aka Android dressed up in Thundra's armor, meant to look like Thundra, she was working for the Void Empress in the factory where they make people into thumb people. So
Right, her ex.
that.
I
Um,
apologize. Like, Thunder often does her best, but doesn't always have the wisest of choices in picking a relationship with.
Who? Who?
Who what?
Who was she in a relationship with?
The android?
Yeah. What? Do you find it weird?
No, I just didn't. Huh. The android wouldn't even talk to me about anything.
Again, the heart is a tough thing to figure out. Even tougher still, though, with androids. Trust me, they'll say one thing but mean another thing completely. It's tough when and you're hardwired for something else that what you really truly.
The tea and alcohol are at war in Tierney's head right now.
Um, if you're okay with the edit, I imagine it's like iced tea and that it actually can blend well if you get the right amount of
No, but
alcohol.
yerba mate, the kind of tea that I mentioned, is actually highly caffeinated. It's
caffeinated.
almost like coffee.
Okay.
So,
Yeah,
that's what I mean at war.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
Funny.
So, Kelly, this is also probably the first. Well, a couple things you know. First time, the last time you seen Captain Thundra Stormstar was when she went on a date with this android, and then shortly thereafter they went missing, and you have not heard anything about turning people into thumb monsters before this.
No, but I figured it's evil doing evil things. It's just the flavor of the month.
No, thumb monster. I'm not okay. What you need to understand is, like, because if you don't respond to this, literally, Cora's gonna be like, I'm not talking about monsters with giant thumbs. That's not what I'm saying. She's literally turning people into thumbs.
Yeah, That is so last millennia. You'd think they would try
No!
something different.
No. Why are you hipsters?
I'm sorry. Like, when you compare turning everyone into thumb creatures that have a thumb body, they, like, it makes it pretty easy to have a thumbnail that everyone knows about.
You know how to undo it?
Uh,
No.
let's see. I might, though I don't think so.
Ugh,
So,
what's the point?
Moku, do you remember? Or did we not write that one down? Because I know we dealt with the dinosaur robots. Oh, those were great. And, like, you just see Kelly just lost in thought, just like off in there, staring off at the statement.
Boo.
What if we got the super suckers out?
Oh, well, okay. Apologies. Like, when you get the flamethrower and then you get the ice machine mixed up, it makes for a great fight. Moko, do you remember writing down that one? Or did I end up getting that torn up battle?
I don't think we have that one down.
Dang it.
It probably wouldn't help anyways because it was probably an early generation, so...
Yeah, you're right. Like, whenever they reboot it, they gotta change the whole thing, put in a new frame, change out the whole cast, usually put in some new fancy thing that's not needed.
Gross.
Anyway, we can take you to our armor if you really want it, because I don't know what we're gonna do with it.
You can keep the android too.
Yeah, we don't care. It's probably a trap.
Oh yes, this definitely was a trap, but I'd be more than welcome to take the armor off your hand.
So you all head off. There's a little armory probably near the holding cell that you take Kelly to find this to find Thundra's armor. After you deactivated the robot, did you leave it in the holding cell, or did you move it? Okay, you just left it in the holding cell?
I trust nothings.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah, so you have Thunder's armor and a deactivated android, Kelly.
Oh, they can keep the android. I'm just taking the armor.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you have Thunder's armor, and like her ship, it is painted bright yellow, and the armor is maybe like somewhere between 4.5 to maybe 5 feet tall, but it's mostly ears.
The android's mostly ears, correct?
No, that is Thundra. Like, it's Thundra's armor, so the armor is about 5 feet tall, but it's mostly ears.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
Like, I imagine it is just simple enough, like from the bottom, just slip an arm on there, and just could carry the whole thing in one arm.
Okay. And as you figure all this out, you hear the echo of an explosion from within the city gonna, you can hear it rumble through the ship. And that is where we're gonna go to break.
Explosion. Ooh.
Alright, yeah, we will be back in about 10-15 minutes, and we will see you then.
I've been on my spaceship counting stars since '94, waiting for someone to come and knock on my door. Looking for someone who'd be the Venus to my Mars. Why does love always have to be this hard? Got me feeling like for someone who can really turn me on. Then I met you. Now I'm down to earth, that's salt and clear next to you. All my problems disappear, waiting for you. In light years, I met you. I met you. I've been in my spaceship counting sheep to fall asleep, dreaming about the day that someone would rescue me. Looking for someone who'd be the moon to my stars. Why does love always have to be this hard? It's got me feeling like looking for someone who can really turn me on. Then I met you. Now I'm down to earth, that's salt and clear next to you. All my problems disappear, waiting for you. In light years, I met you. I met been looking for someone who can really turn me on. Then I met you. Now I'm down to earth, that's salt and clear next to you. All my problems disappear, waiting for you. In light years, I met you. I met I've been on my spaceship counting stars since '94, waiting for someone to come and knock on my door. Looking for someone who'd be the Venus to my Mars. Why does love always have to be this hard? Got me feeling like for someone who can really turn me on. Then I met you. Now I'm down to earth, that's salt and clear next to you. All my problems disappear, waiting for you. In light years, I met you. I met you. I've been in my spaceship counting sheep to fall asleep, dreaming about the day that someone would rescue me. Looking for someone who'd be the moon to my stars. Why does love always have to be this hard? It's got me feeling like looking for someone who can really turn me on. Then I met you. I've been on my spaceship counting stars since '94, waiting for someone to come and knock on my door. Looking for someone who'd be the Venus to my Mars. Why does love always have to be this hard? Got me feeling like for someone who can really turn me on. Then I met you. Now I'm down to earth, that's salt and clear next to you. All my problems disappear, waiting for you. In light years, I met you. I met you. I've been in my spaceship counting sheep to fall asleep, dreaming about the day that someone would rescue me. Looking for someone who'd be the moon to my stars. Why does love always have to be this hard? It's got me feeling like looking for someone who can really turn me on. Then I met you. Now I'm down to earth, that's salt and clear next to you. All my problems disappear, waiting for you. In light years, I met you. I met you. Got me feeling like been looking for someone who can really turn me on. Then I met you. Now I'm down to earth, that's salt and clear next to you. All my problems disappear, waiting for you. In light years, I met you. I met you. I've been on my spaceship counting stars since '94, waiting for someone to come and knock on my door. Looking for someone who'd be the Venus to my Mars. Why does love always have to be this hard? Got me feeling like for someone who can really turn me on. Then I met you. Now I'm down to earth, that's salt and clear next to you. All my problems disappear, waiting for you. In light years, I met you. I I've been on my spaceship counting stars since '94, waiting for someone to come and knock on my door. Looking for someone who'd be the Venus to my Mars. Why does love always have to be this hard? Got me feeling like for someone who can really turn me on. Then I met you. Now I'm down to earth, that's salt and clear next to you. All my problems disappear, waiting for you. In light years, I met you. I met you. I've been in my spaceship counting sheep to fall asleep, dreaming about the day that someone would rescue me. Looking for someone who'd be the moon to my stars. Why does love always have to be this hard? It's got me feeling like looking for someone who can really turn me on. Then I met you. Now I'm down to earth, that's salt and clear next to you. All my problems disappear, waiting for you. In light years, I met you. I met you. Got me feeling like been looking for someone who can really turn me on. Then I met you. Now I'm down to earth, that's salt and clear next to you. All my problems disappear, waiting for you. In light years, I met you. I've been on my spaceship counting stars since '94, waiting for someone to come and knock on my door. Looking for someone who'd be the Venus to my Mars. Why does love always have to be this hard? Got me feeling like for someone who can really turn me on. Then I met you. Now I'm down to earth, that's salt and clear next to you.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back. Shift myself over here. So, to Beyond the Void. On my left, heard the echoes of an explosion coming from outside. What do you do when you hear this?
Please be that Register didn't jump the shark again.
I get Kelly. Do you have comms?
I would imagine, but it's more of kind of like the Star Trek. You gotta hit it. Someone has to hit it to connect to the person.
Okay, I think your comms are beeping.
Clicks it on. Yes. What's gone wrong this time?
Some kind of monsters are attacking the city.
Ooh. Would
I
this
think
be
they-
the big muscly kind?
No, they don't seem to have any faces. They may be thumbs. They're. I think they robbed a bank or something.
Well, it's certainly obvious. Their fingerprints must be everywhere.
Just the thumbs.
Yeah, thumbs are a finger.
But just the thumbs.
Yeah, there's just multiple thumbprints everywhere.
It's almost as if you are unaware of the kids of Spy.
I am not unaware of the kids of Spy. This is why we have thumb people. That's the whole point. Nerdy let me go this route, and that's why we have thumb people.
I don't blame you, it's just in character.
Oh.
Or
I don't
when
think
you
Spy
react differently.
kids are a thing in this universe, are they? I thought they weren't.
That's why I said kids of Spy.
Oh.
So it's distinctly different than Spy kids. It's legally distinct. Because kids of Spy, anyone could be. It's very generic and bland.
And if you go to the Videotron Planet Station and search through Earth movies, they may have Spy Kids or Kids of Spy,
Is this where she
but
got the idea?
it's
This is
possible.
where she got the idea.
What do you expect? It's a reboot. It's not going to be
cold.
as good as the original.
That's cold. Anyway. We need to go. Tierney, I need you to sober up immediately. Drink some more of that tea.
Okay, I'll get you a tea for your kitty too. And pours like 2 cups for you.
And do you hurry to an exit and head to the city?
I'm just gonna pull out my awesome sword while we do it.
Okay.
While running.
That is an excellent choice.
My blade is famous.
I can imagine that's a famous blade wherever you go. Whoever gets a little slice of that.
My sword's name is Gregory.
Oh, very
I forgot
nice.
about
I forgot that you named your sword Gregor.
Nice to meet you, Gregory. I am Kelly.
We're gonna be a famous sword one day.
Of course you are. Just like Night Song here.
Yeah.
When you get out there, you see like emergency vehicles, right? Racing towards this market where there is it functions as a bank, but it's not called a bank. And but you racing towards a boat that is like docked on the edge of this of where the swamp meets the city are 4 of these thumb people with bags slid over their backs.
No Thumbelina around a bunch of them.
So what's your course of action?
I'm just gonna go tackle one.
Okay.
Are they on the boats? Yeah.
No, they're running towards them.
Oh, okay.
If you're going to
Kelly... Sorry.
just real quick, if Cora's going to tackle one of them, roll to fight them. Daring or grace, however you want to do this.
I'm gonna do daring because it's my best stat.
Okay. It's fine with me.
So I rolled 7+ on a fight. I got a 10. I can gain a string on someone who is present and ask their player what it is about me that has impressed or intrigued them. I want to gain a string on Kelly.
Okay.
Okay.
What has impressed or intrigued you about Cora?
The name of your sword.
Oh, nice.
It is impressed by the name of your sword. And it's just handling there. Like you have such a good relationship with your sword. It's just so positive and nice.
Okay, and what you get to choose 3, and your opponent gets to choose 1 to apply to you in response. So do you flirt with or provoke your opponent and gain a string on them? Through violence or cutting words, you can inflict a condition on them. Create an opportunity for an ally through prowess or distraction. Take an object from your opponent or seize a superior position.
I want to take the bag.
Okay.
I want to create an opportunity by kind of like knocking them. My plan is to knock them off balance while I grab the bag. And then I want to go, oh, did you need a hand? And inflict a condition.
Okay. Real quick, let me look. What are the conditions in this? Angry, frightened, guilty, hopeless, insecure. So I think you inflict insecure on
yeah,
this.
I was thinking I would inflict insecure with that, yeah. Seems about right.
On this thumb person. And you now have a heavy bag of money. And it is laying on the ground. And you... There are 3 other thumbs still standing, but this one is on the ground, more or less incapacitated right now, as it lays in the muck. Kelly or Tierney, what do you do?
Would you like to go first? Because I have
no,
something
please,
in
go
mind.
ahead.
Kelly is gonna go towards the boat, and just like right where like at the dock where like you could touch the engine. She pulls out her hand and just kind of like tearing off a glove to reveal kind of like this very prosthetic hand that then transforms like just it folding backwards into a chainsaw to hopefully just slice through the engine and the boat.
Okay. Let me look here.
I believe that's either Spirit or the fight one, Daring. Right?
Yeah. Roll daring.
And I can't remember with strings, does I have any modifiers? Positive or negative?
Well, you wouldn't have a because you're attacking the boat. You wouldn't get anything from that. So
Understandable. I just need to make sure before
Yep.
I
No,
roll
that's fine.
to add any modifiers.
Okay, so
11.
that is
Upbeat.
an 11 there. Just I'm trying to think here. So yeah, you saw into this boat. It's not so much a fight move. So on a 3, or on an 11, you can choose to make the boat unusable, or I think gain some information.
Make that boat unusable. That
Okay.
way the thumbs can't get loose. Because I don't think we want any loose thumbs about.
All right, so you chainsaw into this boat, and it's going to be they're going to be unable to use it because it'll sink if they try to take off in it. Tierney, what do you do?
Tierney is gonna wind up and take a swing at the nearest thumb, the first one she gets to.
Okay, roll to fight it with daring or grace.
With grace.
All right. So the 8, you can choose 2, and your opponent chooses 1.
Didn't let you off the ship. Going to say I take the bag from this one. I'm gonna say I swing my sword and take a swipe, but I've come up just shallow enough that I like cut the band or the string that's holding the bag across its back, so the bag kind of falls, and I scoop that up. And I think like as it notices the weight falling off of it, I yell, "Hey, you dropped this!" and then kind of swing with that and hit it at the same time. So it's kind of more of an insult to injury.
Okay. Yeah, so you'll inflict a condition on this thumb, and I think what it's going to do is it lets the bag fall, but it's going to take your sword from you.
Oh no.
Not Gregory.
Gregory.
So yeah, this thumb has Gregory.
How you get famous? Can't be kidnapped.
And I think Cora, this one of the thumbs is going to, like, as you have its friend on the ground, it's going to try to pick you up and throw you. So you may want to defy disaster here.
Yeah, I think I'll do that with probably daring. That seems to make the most sense to me.
Yeah. Okay.
So I have a hard choice. Or
So-
success with a sacrifice.
Would Gallant Rescue apply in this situation, or would that only be on my turn?
Let's look at Gallant Rescue.
When you defy disaster that's about to befall someone else, You can either gain a string on them or ask one of the following questions. Yada yada yada.
So yeah, that would if you were to defy disaster to help Korra, that's when that would apply. So like
On my turn.
yeah, like there's not really turns in this, so like what you need to do, what you do is like if somebody else is in danger, then you want to call out that you want to defy disaster. And basically you're saying you want to defend them.
Yeah.
And then
so
that's when Gallant Rescue comes in.
Okay. Thank you.
Yep. Hard choice. So I think the hard choice here is if you let this thumb throw you, you can get Gregory back for tyranny by knocking into the thumb with it. Or you can defy this disaster and you can get away without taking any physical injury, right? But I think you'll have to mark a condition.
I'm gonna let it throw me,
Okay.
but I'm going to just be a jerk at it while it happens. I could be like, "What? Are you all thumbs?" As it picks me up and tosses me.
You're with what was it, an 8
It's a 9.
or 9? Sorry.
Yeah.
So with the 9, would you manage to control the throw a little bit, so where you control kind of where you go more than anything, and you crash into this thumb that took Gregory from tyranny, and Gregory falls to the ground in front of tyranny where she can pick Gregory back up.
Got you, Gregory.
Thanks, Cora.
Who wants to take a move next?
I have one that's probably dumb, but the thumb that had taken Gregory away, even though like Gregory got back, Kelly wants to do kind of like a big flip so that they can come straight down on the thumb. Just kind of like come down where like do the Sailor Moon attack where like you strike them straight down, but it looks like big and over the top. Yeah, but with a chainsaw.
Okay. Roll to fight.
Okay, daring. Oh! Experience.
No. Oops.
Fortunately, like, I think I do have a move for the situation. For the cause, when you fight the enemy of your devotion, you can suffer a condition to choose an additional option in the fight move, even if you roll a 6 or lower. You inflict a condition a second time within a single fight move this way. So, I may get screwed over, but at least I think I get to have a condition on them, correct?
So yeah, what you would do is you would take a condition. So, guilty or frightened or whatever, and then you'd still get to choose one option. But yeah, but you're still in trouble. You're not boosting it up from a 6 or anything, but you would get to choose one of the options for the fight move, which are
Be my goal.
okay. Yeah, and then so you can take an object or seize superior position, create an opportunity for an ally through prowess or distraction. Through violence or cutting words, you can inflict a condition on them, or you can flirt with or provoke an opponent to gain a string on them.
I like to just give an opponent another opportunity. Like, give an ally. Because yeah, this failed, but the whole purpose was to help someone else out.
Okay.
Because that is their cover.
And what condition are you taking?
Because I think kind of like angry might be the best fitting here. It's like angry, like God
Okay.
dang it, I was trying to be cool, and be supportive, and make Andrea look so good as, but I failed. Oh, it's bien, mom. If that's okay with you.
Yep.
I'll end my turn.
Hold on. I gotta just looking at. Okay. So what I'm gonna have you do is you. How many conditions do you have? Is it just the one?
Yeah, so far.
Okay, so you're gonna take a stagger move. And you have one condition, so you can choose to lash out at someone whose regard matters to you, provoke them to do something foolish or harmful, and take advantage of a string on them if you have one. You hesitate or stumble, and the opposition gains an opportunity on you, or you grin and bear the blow and mark 2 conditions.
Let's go in and do like another, because I feel like possibly either guilty or insecure might be also another good one.
Okay. And that's 2 conditions, so if you're grinning and bearing it, you get 2 more conditions.
Okay, so that would be both insecure and guilty?
Okay. Student, you have Gregory back. What do you do?
Going to go after the next nearest thumb, and I'm not going to bother trying to say anything clever. I'm just going to flail wildly at them. At it.
Okay. Roll to fight it. Okay.
9.
So, same thing as last time. You get to choose 2.
So, this next nearest one, has have either Cora or I gone after this one yet?
No.
No. Okay. I'm gonna take the money bag from this one as well, and I'm gonna at least knock it off its balance so that Cora or Kelly can get a swipe at it next.
Okay. And I think while you trade blows with it, trying to knock it off its balance and take this bag from it, it catches you in the ribs and inflicts a condition on you.
Oh no, my ribs. Okay. Say that makes me angry.
Okay. And then at this point, a backup arrives in the form of Baron X12 security.
Great, my favorite people.
And with them, of course, is Quarry. And they pull up, and they take the opportunity on the ones that are already down on the ground or knocked off balance. They rush in and they start arresting Thumbs and stuff, but there is a moment of confusion because none of the thumbs, like they know like from the security cameras and stuff that it was the thumbs that took the money, but now none of the thumbs have any of the money. All of you do. So there's going to be a little confusion over that.
But yeah. Are they arresting all the thumbs, or are we still fighting the thumbs?
They're arresting the thumbs.
Okay.
And I think Corey walks up and goes, "Oh, so you are here, Cora."
Quarry.
I'm assuming you didn't steal the money for yourself?
No, we were trying to get it back. You know how I am.
I do.
I don't
Still-
keep things for myself very often.
Sure. Okay. Yeah. Yes.
Would you be okay with a grace roll? Well, Moku going kind of like, I need to collect this for evidence near the money.
I don't think it works here because
Understandable. Had to try.
yeah. No, that's fair. I just don't think it works here because all these people are like made out of rock or some sort of element or something, and they don't stand like they don't fit in.
Yeah, fair enough. I had to try.
It was nice of you to finally lend us a hand. Sad when we have to do work for other people, but we do it. Tierney here was phenomenal.
Oh, you meant Cora. Yeah, she's still with us.
Thank you. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, we were busy with the actual explosion, making sure actual people were safe, and we wouldn't want anybody to lose somebody important to them and be heartbroken.
Yeah. I'm sure that's really hard when that happens. And Cora's like,
It's not as though it helps aid in their backstory to have a little bit of drama that makes them a bit more interesting of a character. But what do I know?
Right.
You look well.
Yes. You as well. And I still traveling on that strange ship of yours.
The Astroglide, yes, as always.
That's good, I suppose. At least you are able to commit to something.
I mean, it always proves to be adventurous and gives me something new to travel and figure out every day, doesn't it?
Yes, I suppose it does. One of the other security members brings up a clipboard, or more of a tablet than a clipboard, but they have a brief conversation, and they start hauling the thumbs away into the back of their vehicles.
Can they talk?
The thumbs?
Yeah.
You haven't tried. You don't.
If I talk to one of the thumbs, will it talk back to me?
You haven't tried, so you don't know.
Yeah. So I was I would have. I wanted to have hey, no hands. I have some questions for you. I was kind of lean over it.
It nods at you.
Can you use words or can you not? shit. You're trapped in there, aren't you? Fuck. Okay, so Corey, we need to talk. Probably in private with all these lovely people. But these are not the bad guys.
Okay. I can hear you out. I'll get us transport back to the station, and she'll get on her radio and call in.
Okay, Kelly, do you see what I'm saying?
Oh, sorry, I wasn't paying attention.
The thumb people.
Oh.
People were forced into this. They have no choice, and now they have to do the work of the Void Empress. Are you not disgusted by this?
You're gross.
Like, again, it's tough to be disgusted in a reboot. Like, I get in a philosophical way it is wrong, but, did you try French with them? Because I usually, the French works with someone who's all thumbs. You try Bonjour los ponchos? Oh, forgive me, my French is horrible. I'm probably mispronouncing every syllable.
just like tearing in car, like.
Yeah, some extra vehicles show up, and Corey points you to them and says, "Those will take you back. We'll find a private place to talk."
Great.
And when you get to the station, I think Uldron's already there, but Uldron doesn't know what's been going on because Uldron's been trying to figure out like how to help the people of the planet. So when you walk in with these thumb people under arrest, and you more or less, it looks like you're being escorted in by the police. She's like, "Cora, what did you do?"
No, we're not arrested. We're fine.
Oh,
We did
thank
good.
God.
We helped. For once. I know it's difficult, especially since, Quarry's here, but it's all fine. I think we hashed it out, maybe. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But we gotta talk about some things.
Do you need me as well?
I think you could be there if you'd like, because you were there. Yeah, that'd be good, probably.
Okay. And she will follow with, and the Quarry takes you into a conference room kind of area. It's got a big table. Yes?
At some point, as we're in the police office area, does Kelly pass by a computer that? Because if so, like I would imagine, like they try to be sneaky and plug like a little USB mouse into one of the computers.
Okay. Roll plus grace.
Okay. So I'm guessing it doesn't work as planned.
On a 7, I think that's. I think you can either do it, and you can do it without it being discovered or anything, or you mark a condition, or I can tell you how it's basically a temporary thing.
Okay, temporary is perfect.
Okay. So you don't get it quite plugged in all the way, which means it's going to fall out. At the with like the slightest bump or something, it'll just fall out.
That's okay. As long as it gets connected, that means like that it's in there to have kind of like a sleeper program to listen in on stuff for a temporary while.
Okay. And you're led into this conference room. It's mostly just a room with like multiple tables instead of one big table. There's a whiteboard on one side. What might be a coffee machine and some sort of pastry on a table on
Tierney
the
eats
far side.
pastry.
Okay. Yeah, you can do that. They're there to be eaten. And I was trying to like think what they'd be, but my brain couldn't come up with something. But yeah, so you eat a pastry.
It doesn't necessarily have to be fully edible. Tierney will still try to eat it.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think
that's mood.
they're probably they probably don't taste super good to you because they're made for these elemental people, but they're like you can eat it and you won't have any problems. It probably just doesn't taste super good to you.
That's fair. It's not dehydrated space food.
Okay. And Corey looks to you, Corin. So what is it that you want to talk to everybody about?
So the thumbs that you just arrested
Yes.
are prisoners.
Yes, we arrested them.
No, not of you, of someone else.
Of who?
The Void Empress.
Okay. Explain.
She turns people like my former crewmates and others into thumb people.
Okay. That sounds something evil she would do. It's a little strange, but
Yeah, she's strange.
I know these reboots are always so strange. They never make any sense.
She's new.
okay. Take your word for that. Is it what can we do?
I don't know, but I think it's kind of wrong to keep them locked up as though they're prisoners when it's not their fault.
I mean, that's probably true, but do we know how they get their commands? Can we trust them to just not be locked up?
No, but I wonder if there's a way we can figure it out. They can't communicate, like, with speech or writing, I'm sure, but I wonder if there's some way we could figure out how to communicate with them.
I mean, I can bring in some text. I'm sure we have scientists that might be able to do something.
That's what I was hoping for.
Try Morse. Maybe you can tap it out.
And yeah, maybe we'll call in some. I don't know. I guess I don't. There's any experts on thumb people, but experts in some fields, and see if we can't figure something out.
You were always much smarter than they gave you credit for here on the Force.
I mean, thank you for that.
Well, by chance, do you have any expert on transformative elementals? That's probably close you'd find to an expert.
I'm sure there's a few on planet somewhere, but I'm not much into. I don't keep up on who the famous scientists are, so I'll put in a call. I'm sure we can find somebody. Thumb people, really?
Yeah. Creepy, right?
Yeah, okay.
Somebody gets it.
Yeah, give me a moment. I'm gonna go talk to my captain and see what we can figure out. We'll put something together. There's got to be some kind of task force we can put together to figure this out. And she leaves the room. Was there anything anybody wants to do and talk about or anything while you're in this room? Yeah.
Kelly's gonna tap on her communication device and say, "Roger, temporarily butt in," and to let Roger do their work.
Okay. And I think Uldron now has some questions for Tierney and Cora. So what exactly happened out there?
We chased down the thumbs.
You fall with the thumbs.
And how did you know they were here?
It was a big boom.
Oh, that was the thumbs?
Yeah.
And what were they doing?
What's going on, kind of. I asked if they could speak, and they said no.
They wiggled.
Okay. Interesting.
Can you imagine being trapped as a thumb?
No, and I don't want to.
Alright, because almost weren't fair.
That's kind of mildly terrifying, though. Huh.
Yeah.
And also, who is she? And Uldron points at Kelly.
Some chick that just showed up on our ship.
Wait, you
I'm
were on my
helping.
ship? Who are you?
I'm helping.
Still looking for Thundra.
Who's Thundra again? Gonna have to
The
remind
one
me.
that is an android that wasn't not really an android. The one with the armor that we got from the place that we broke out
The
of.
one that was trying to turn us into thumbs.
Oh.
Yeah, that one.
Wait, aren't you a wanted pirate then?
No. That's just what the liberal media makes you want to think. That's all just fake.
No, I'm pretty sure you're a wanted pirate then.
Nah. Oh, why would a wanted pirate be in a police office helping other people's out? That is just crazy. Why in the world? That makes no sense.
She narrows her eyes at you, but nods. Okay. I think you helped my crew. I don't like the idea of you being on my ship, though. But you helped them capture these thumbs, so I'm not gonna bring it up again, but...
Of course, it'd just be crazy to think that. Except possibility. Why would that ever be a thing?
Sure. So what's our next move? Are we just waiting here for them to figure this out, or?
Oh, we should probably get... Huh?
Yeah, they did. They did want us to try to run some supplies to another part of the planet, if you're up for it.
Oh, yeah. Sure.
Okay. Yeah, I'll get that squared away and get those back up to the ship.
Okay.
Do you want to meet me up there, or you want to help?
Yeah, I need to have a conversation before we head back.
Okay. What about you, Tierney?
Cora, do I need to have a conversation too?
No. I should be fine.
Okay, I guess I'll go back to the ship.
Okay. And I still didn't get your name. I don't know what you're doing.
Referring to me, a Maxwell?
Yes, you.
Well, I'm just bringing a little help.
Okay. Well, then you can come with me and you can carry stuff.
Okay. 1 second. And their hand transforms from a chainsaw back into a hand again.
That'll be useful. Okay. And Little John will lead you out of the room. Tierney make your way back to the ship. And Cora, what conversation did you want to have?
I'm gonna wait until Corey is not busy.
Okay. So I think first, Tierney, you get back to the ship, and when you walk onto the ship, KVN 12 is there, panicking. Goes, "Oh, I have been looking for you everywhere.
Vivian, what's wrong?
I seem to have misplaced some of my data."
Oh. Well, what are you missing?
What is the name of our ship?
Astroglide?
Yes, that is missing data.
What else are you missing?
Do we have a crew roster?
Probably not. We have a really weird crew.
Then I don't think
I
I'm
can try
missing
to tell
that
you all the
data.
names I remember, but that might take a while.
I think I slipped and hit my head, and I seem to be having trouble recovering data. Do you know a repairman?
Maybe there's one on planet.
Maybe. I will try to find one. Accessing planet database. Accessing planet database. And KVN 12 kind of zones out and no longer seems to know you're there as they attempt to find a repairman on planet. And eventually Corey is free. Oh, Corey, you're still here.
Yeah, I just wanted a minute to talk with you. If you have a sec.
Yeah, I do. What did you?
I know things didn't end well between us.
Yeah.
What with the rock flying at my head, but I just wanted you to know that you're cool and super competent, and you shouldn't let people treat you like trash. And just because I'm not the person for you doesn't mean that there isn't a person for you, and that person won't commit. It's just I don't do that because I'm broken or something. But like there's nothing wrong with you.
Okay.
I just feel like I couldn't tell you that when you were throwing things at my face. So I wanted to make sure you knew that. That was it.
Let's see. Hold on. I think this. Yeah. So
Isn't this emotional support?
yeah, I was gonna say this sounds like emotional support.
Okay.
So heart or spirit?
I think I'm a minus on heart, so I'll use spirit. Oh, that's not too bad.
Okay,
8.
that's an 8. That's not bad. Let's see.
I'm assuming that she's not smitten with me still. I'm assuming. That's gonna be up to you.
No, I don't think they're still smitten with you,
Okay.
but they are still a little hurt. And that, and then I think she goes, look, I appreciate that. Like, look, that I guess now's probably time to be honest. Like I know I was a little cold when I first seen you, but look, I last year I got married after not long after you left, and
That's so exciting.
yeah, it just
Good, see?
yeah, I mean, so it's a thing.
Good. That's all I'm
So
saying.
like you're right. I probably shouldn't have thrown that rock at you either, and like I'm sorry for that.
It's alright, I probably shouldn't have called you Stone Cold. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like hopefully we're both doing better.
Yeah, exactly. No hard feelings, right?
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Yeah. Luck to you and your spouse. You have a good life. And Cora's gonna bounce the fuck out of there as quickly as possible because that was more feelings than they ever do in one moment. Gone.
Okay, so it looks like most of these options are supposed to be
Yeah.
for when you do this move on a PC player.
Yee.
So I think as you turn to leave, she goes, "Wait, hold on. I probably technically shouldn't give you this, but here's some information on the Void Queen from when they attacked. Maybe it'll help you." And she
Thanks.
hands you like the space equivalent to a thumb drive, basically. And
Thanks.
that's basically I'm doing gain insight from me on an optical facing you, but I'm gonna give you on whenever you want in the next when you face some obstacle that's Void
have
Queen
that.
related, you have that
Yeah.
and you can ask me a question.
Cool. Sweet.
So Kelly, you load up the ship, these supplies onto the ship with Uldron. What do you do? Do you try to get back to your ship, or are you just going to continue blending in on the ship?
It would be a case of blending in with the ship until like there's a moment to slip away. Because again, most of what she's tried to do while she was here was to get the clues on where the captain might be. So when like there's a chance to sneak off, they do, and get in the ship with Moku. But it's again like they also have loaded on like one of the supplies onto their ship as well. Cause A pirate's got to be a pirate, even if they're gonna help.
That's fair. Yeah. It's kind of it's pretty easy because Uldron gets pretty engrossed in being a captain and ordering people around really quickly after getting back to the ship. And so you can get back to your ship. And it's pretty easy to sneak off with some of the supplies if that's also your goal. Because people are busy and they're not paying attention to you.
Yeah. Why would anyone pay attention to someone that's helping out? They're just in the background helping.
So the way the defense grid works, and most defense grids work, is you can fly out, but flying in, the defense grid has to go down. So if you want to detach and fly back into space with the information you have, that is within your power.
I imagine whenever they have to go to a new location, just when they have reached planet side so that no one would really notice, they probably would detach from the eye, leaving that heart mark on there. So kind of anyone looking at there, they'll see kind of almost like a white heart or inside their heart, or instead of it being yellow. And the other thing is the goatee will actually allow them to listen in on anything on the ship and got at least a little bit of data from the cops when they, for however long temporarily they could get the information with the mouse.
Yeah. So mostly what you're gonna get from the goatee is just revelry. There's not a whole lot going on there. Nobody's discussing serious plans in there or anything.
Now, but later.
It's possible later, but from the cops you get some information. Not a whole lot because it falls out pretty quickly, but you get some information on the Void Queen and that could work out as possible leads to finding Thundra.
Success all around.
And as the shining Stromstar flies off into space, there's an editor's note that says the search for Thundra continues in the shining Stromstar and the galaxies of forever. And
yeah, and I imagine it's roughly they go for an interior shot of where Kelly goes to their pilot Ashley Williams. It says onward.
Yeah, and they fly off into space, and then on the Astroglide, how do you close out? How do you want to close out this episode, Cora and Tyranny? Do you want to talk to Greta? Do you want to get drunk again?
Cora's not gonna get drunk.
Okay.
Tierney is going to make a cup of a small pot of sleepy time tea and bring it to Greta's quarters or room and regale her with the tales of that day's adventures because she is working on being Greta's friend.
Okay. Yeah, and Greta will listen, sort of enraptured, and you'll notice that as you're telling your story, she's also got a pen in one hand, and she's writing down the tales that you tell her.
That's adorable.
Yay!
I do want to ask: Are they the tales embellished a little bit in
Oh,
like...
most definitely.
Okay. I love that.
Cora's found a very quiet part of the ship. They're just sitting there with probably a drink, but not like drinking,
Okay.
and just looking out into space.
And as you do that, the ship rises up and it starts to fly off to a different part of the planet to take these to deliver these supplies. And I think that is where we're going to end for tonight, unless anybody has anything else they want to do.
I would imagine that's found at least at some point is one of the books that I think you said Greta was the bookworm, correct?
Yes.
Like, there's one of their books, like the next book they read, they notice kind of like there's a bookmark, Eric, that has a tea bag attached to it and a little rose.
Okay. Yeah, and I think we see that in the panel of where Tierney's telling the stories. We see that drawn on the table. All right, so we're gonna sign out and everything, and we'll start with our special guest, Kelly. Who are you, and where can people find you on the internet?
Hello there, I'm Michael Wayne. You give me a clip, I'll give you a GIF. I'm just out and about hoping to play in people's games. Hopefully one day I'll play with you. Remember, we're all in this together. I'm pulling for you.
All right, and Cora.
Hi, I'm Kate. I go by me and Midair on the internet. I stream all over the place. But the next place that I will be streaming is for the season premiere of our Sunday game over at twitch.tv/allnerdshere, where we play For the Dungeon. But we're not playing it like normal. No, we're not playing with people. We're playing with puppets. Sunflower Street plays For the Dungeon. You don't want to miss it. Trust me, it's going to be lit. If you've seen our PWN streams, y'all don't know what you're going to get into. I'm the GM, and I will be GMing puppets who are playing an RPG. It's going to be great. Come check it out. It's at noon Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern this coming Sunday over on All Nerds Here. And then I stream every other Monday, every Tuesday over at twitch.tv/SoManyGames for the Agency, a Quest RPG campaign, Call of Cthulhu, and Star Trek. I think that's all of my stuff.
Okay. And Tierney.
Hi, I am also Kate. I go by Argon Kitten online. You can find me on Twitter at Argon Kitten. You can also find my Kids on Bikes actual play podcast, Christmastide Ohio, on Twitter at ChristmastideOH. We are an actual play Kids on Bikes campaign playing in the fictional town of Christmastide, where it is Christmas all year long. So we have all the fun of the holidays, plus all the fun of kids solving mysteries.
Alright. And I am Nerdy Teddy. You can find me on Twitter at Nerdy Teddy. You can also find me in the Nerds with Dice Discord, as well as here Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays. All 8 p.m. EST. That's for Risk, Battle of Fate, of course, Beyond the Void, and Millennium Knights Turbo Jungle. We will hopefully getting one of our players back tomorrow night, so come check out Millennium Knights Turbo Jungle. And then Monday nights you can find me over on the Bardic Knock channel playing some Yu-Gi-Oh! And I have an itch page. There's a few things there that you can check out, a few little games and stuff. So feel free to check that out. And we are going to raid So Many Games. And we will see you next week. Bye, everyone.
I've been on spaceship counting stars since '94. Waiting for someone to come and knock on my door. Looking for someone who'd be the Venus to my Mars. Why does love always have to be this hard? Got me feeling like I've been on my spaceship counting stars since '94. Waiting for someone to come and knock on my door. Looking for someone who'd be the Venus to my Mars. Why does love always have to be this hard? Got me feeling like I've been on my spaceship counting stars since '94, waiting for someone to come and knock on my door. Looking for someone who'd be the Venus to my Mars. Why does love always have to be this hard? Got me feeling like for someone who can really turn me on. Then I met you. Now I'm down to earth and salt and clear next to you. All my problems disappear waiting for you. In light years I met you, I met you. I've been in my spaceship counting sheep to fall asleep, dreaming about the day that someone would rescue me. Looking for someone who'd be the moon to my stars. Why does love always have to be this hard? It's got me feeling like looking for someone who can really turn me on. Then I met you. Now I'm down to earth and salt and clear next to you. All my problems disappear waiting for you. In light years I met you, I met you. Been looking for someone who can really turn me on. Then I met you. Now I'm down to earth and salt and clear next to you. All my problems disappear waiting for you. In light years I met you, I met I've been on my spaceship counting stars since '94, waiting for someone to come and knock on my door. Looking for someone who'd be the Venus to my Mars. Why does love always have to be this hard? Got me feeling like for someone who can really turn me on. Then I met you. Now I'm down to earth and salt and clear next I've been on my spaceship counting stars since '94, waiting for someone to come and knock on my door. Looking for someone who'd be the Venus to my Mars. Why does love always have to be this hard? Got me feeling like for someone who can really turn me on. Then I met you. Now I'm down to earth, that's salt and clear next to you. All my problems disappear, waiting for you. In light years, I met you. I met you. I've been in my spaceship counting sheep to fall asleep, dreaming about the day that someone would rescue me. Looking for someone who'd be the moon to my stars. Why does love always have to be this hard? It's got me feeling like looking for someone who can really turn me on. Then I met you. Now I'm down to earth, that's salt and clear next to you. All my problems disappear, waiting for you. In light years, I met you. I met you. Been looking for someone who can really turn me on. Then I met you. Now I'm down to earth, that's salt and clear next to you. All my problems disappear, waiting for you. In light years, I met you. I met you. I've been on my spaceship counting stars since '94, waiting for someone to come and knock on my door. Looking for someone who'd be the Venus to my Mars. Why does love always have to be this hard? Got me feeling like for someone who can really turn me on. Then I met you. I've been on my spaceship counting stars since '94, waiting for someone to come and knock on my door. Looking for someone who'd be the Venus to my Mars. Why does love always have to be this hard? Got me feeling like for someone who can really turn me on. Then I met you. Now I'm down to earth, that's salt and clear next to you. All my problems disappear, waiting for you. In light years, I met you. I met you. I've been in my spaceship counting sheep to fall asleep, dreaming about the day that someone would rescue me. Looking for someone who'd be the moon to my stars. Why does love always have to be this hard? It's got me feeling like looking for someone who can really turn me on. Then I met you. Now I'm down to earth, that's salt and clear next to you. All my problems disappear, waiting for you. In light years, I met you. I met you. Got me feeling like been looking for someone who can really turn me on. Then I met you. Now I'm down to earth, that's salt and clear next to you. All my problems disappear, waiting for you. In light years, I met you. I've been on my spaceship counting stars since '94, waiting for someone to come and knock on my door. Looking for someone who'd be the Venus to my Mars. Why does love always have to be this hard? Got me feeling like for someone who can really turn me on. Then I met you. Now I'm down to earth, that's salt and clear next I've been on my spaceship counting stars since '94,